Hi everyone, welcome to the collective energy reading for the week of February 14th, 2022. Let's just dive in and see what information is here for us today. So I'd like to see a picture of the energy that is at play, information that is needed for the collective for the week ahead. In this picture, I'm seeing the surface of like a lake. And initially there was one stone that was being sort of tossed in. And then all of a sudden there were like all these other stones that were being pelted from all different directions into the water, almost like it's hailing or started raining very intensely. What's this about? There's a lot of energy. There's intense energy here, kind of heavy energy. What's important to know about this? What are all of the stones? So it's like at the surface of the water, the stones make a loud splash and they are causing a lot of commotion, and the intensity is really at the surface. But then it's like the picture sort of submerges me below the surface of the water, and underneath the surface, the stones just sort of float kind of lazily in the water as they sort of are sinking. And the energy is just so much more peaceful and easeful and really beautiful, actually. So there's something about here that at the surface, something appears very intense, maybe difficult to handle, like it's hailing or raining or rocks are literally being rained down on you. There's intensity at the surface. But if you can just look below, if you can sink below the surface of what's going on, there is something far deeper that is accessible to you here that provides a well of calm and beauty. So taking into account this week that if there is, and I just saw 222 in the recording as I was about to say this, if there is some feeling of intensity, overwhelm, difficulty, heaviness, that the situation may not be exactly as it appears, that there is a deeper level of, there's something deeper to the experience that actually holds a lot of beauty and quiet and ease and spaciousness. So what is there to know about being able to access this part of the experience rather than kind of getting wrapped up in the intensity of it all? Because that could be difficult. So what is a next step to do that? I see a picture of you floating on the surface of the water. So your back is to the, below the surface, and the top side of you is facing the sky. There's this beautiful, serene balance that's happening here, where you're touching both the exposed, external, open to the elements, all the stuff going on, while also simultaneously being connected to the depth and the calm that is below you. It's finding the balance in between those two states and floating there. It's like being able to see both sides of the coin. What does that perspective allow you to have? Well, actually, what's interesting is the more that you are sort of looking at the sky and looking at everything that's going on and the rain that's coming down and the rocks and all of that, it's like that portion of the experience is giving you information that allows the experience of the peaceful part, the deeper part, to be that much richer. You can't have one without the other. You can't have water. There's no ocean with no surface, right? Like the ocean meets the sky. There's depth and then there's openness. Like there's a polarity there. You can't have one without the other. And that understanding and how they both sort of feed into one another and support one another in your experience looks like a really big theme here. What else about the depths here? What is available to us under the water? So when the stones are falling in the sky, it's like they have velocity, they have speed, there's like, again, intensity. And then as soon as they hit the water, they're floating, they're easeful. And it's like you can actually see them for what they are. So having this consciousness, having this presence and awareness that the chaos that is going on in my external world that's how it's appearing at the surface. And there is a deeper meaning to it underneath. And there's actually a beauty to it underneath the chaos that's at the surface. And what do you get to have by watching? Like, it just keeps showing me these stones sinking down. So what do you get to have by looking at this in this way, or by watching these stones? There's a settling, there's an understanding, you drop a sense of urgency, or any sense of panic or overwhelm isn't present here. It's just spaciousness and understanding around the timeline of your life is what I'm hearing. And it looks like a lot of integration around past lessons are going to be coming in this week. Like maybe things that happened in the past that felt really overwhelming or chaotic or awful or scary. You're going to have some deeper level of understanding, again, like going below the surface of what those things actually were, what they meant to you, how they've, like the real beauty and wisdom that they have within them for you. And it looks like there's a sense of ease and settling that comes in with that newfound perspective. Is there anything else to know here? What might help you float, find that balance, find that perspective? Well, now it's showing me a boat, like a little rowboat. And it's like you're in the boat, you've got your oars, but you've also got other things in there. There's like puzzles and games and decks of cards and like Connect Four and having some amusement about the situation, like having some amusement, some joy in your boat as you navigate these waters looks to be really helpful this week. Because no experience is all bad. No experience is all bad. Even the most painful experiences of our past, there was some element of them that was light. And having your amusement or resourcing yourself with things that bring you joy or feel joyful or maybe even childlike to you, help you to hold that perspective and see the well-rounded experience for what it is, rather than just the painful, dark parts. There's a lot of integration coming in this week of being able to see and understand a past experience for the fullness of what it has to offer you and the beauty that's under the surface. Anything else to know here for the week ahead, for this reading? It's showing me like pounding. There's a pounding on your heart. There's some heart chakra stuff involved here. There might be some shaking things loose that happens in your heart space, like a breaking up of things. Not like your heart is breaking, but like a shaking off the crust, shaking off the old energy, like getting things in movement. And it's almost like a cleansing. This process, this new perspective that you're going to be receiving is like a cleansing of the heart space that is a renewal, that makes space for new energy and clarity to come in. It looks really good. Beautiful. I think that does it for the reading for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm having so much fun with these readings. If you are enjoying them, if you are getting something out of them, I would love to know. I'd also invite you to share them with anyone in your life who might find them interesting or beneficial. If you're watching this on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe, like, comment, do all the things. If you're watching me on Instagram, hi, I love you. It's good to have you here. And as always, if you're interested in receiving an energy reading like this for your own personal journey, your own personal experience and what it is that you're going through, I offer one-on-one sessions. Those links are in the notes below on YouTube or in my link in bio on Instagram. I would love to do a session for you. I am sending you so much love on this day of love as we start off our week with Valentine's Day. And I'm sending you love for the rest of the week and into the quantum beyond time and space. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon.